Hi everybody, Jeremy here from Visual Studio, and today I'm gonna share with you how to create that icon infographic that we just added to our free starter pack. So if you're ready, let's check it out. Alright, so in Davinci Resolve right now we're on the edit page, and first off I just want to let you know that you can download that title with the link in the description below. I've also added another video in the description where I explain how to use the title. Once you've updated your free starter pack, you will find it in the infographic section. And here you have icon fill and that's the title. Again, there is a link to a video where I explain how to use it in the description below. But now without further ado, let's just jump right into it and share with you how we create something like that. So first, I'm going to bring a new Fusion composition in my timeline, and then we're going to go over to Fusion. The first thing I'm going to do is bring a new background. We're going to link the output of that background to the media out, and we're going to reduce the alpha channel down to 0 to gain transparency. Then I'm going to go to a website like PNG repo where I can download an icon. So here I'm just going to download a PNG hurt. So I'm going to download that right there. And I'm simply going to drag that in Fusion. And then here, as you can see, I have a black hurt. The first thing I want to do is bring a bitmap to flip it from black to white. So we are able to change the color of that icon down the line. So here I'm going to hit shift space on my keyboard and I'm going to search for a bitmap and bring that in. We're going to link the output of the media in 1 to the yellow arrow of the bitmap. Then I'm going to bring a new background and I'm going to link the output of the bitmap to the blue arrow of the background 2. And I'm going to link the output of the background 2 to the output of background 1 to bring that back to our composition and bring the media out to the viewer. What this allows us to do is basically converting here a black icon into a white icon. So then with the background, we're able to change the color if we want. So here I'm able to turn it red, for example. This is an important thing to understand, is that you cannot add color on black. Black is just, it's like there is no value in it. With white, you can paint whatever you want on it, but you cannot with black. So we need to convert it from black to white in order to be able to change the color down the line. All right, so first I'm gonna select my background 2, hit shift space on my keyboard and search for a transform node and bring that in. Then I'm gonna link the output of that transform 1 to the merge. And basically right now we're creating 2 hurt. We'll have the first one in the foreground, and in the background we'll have another hurt with the opacity slightly lower, just to act as some hollow placeholder. So right now we're gonna do that by going to the merge 2, and we're gonna go over to blend, and here we're gonna switch the blend to 0.2. And as you can see in the merge 2, we have a hurt with slightly lowered opacity, and then in the merge 2.1, we have a hurt that is full with the opacity at 1. Then we're going to bring here a new rectangle node, and we're going to link the rectangle node to the merge 2.1. Then we're going to increase the width to fill up the frame and the height to fill up the frame. We're going to then drag here the center position in the y-axis to 0. And now if we're adjusting the height, as you can see, we're starting to get that effect, but it's capped at 1. Right now we want to increase that to 2 and it fill up completely the frame. So now when we're adjusting that slider, as you can see, we're filling it up the hurt. Now let's create a custom control that we're going to use later on for the text. So here I'm going to right click on the rectangle and I'm going to go to edit control. We're going to create a new control that we're going to call percentage. We're going to put the page here in control, so it show up in this panel right here. And then we're going to select integer and we're going to have a range from 0 to 100. Then here we're going to choose slider control and we're going to click OK. And now we just created a slider percentage that go from 0 to 100, but there is nothing happening because we need to link those values to something. So we're going to do that with an expression. We're going to right click here on the height, select expression, and then here we're going to write a simple expression. So here we're going to link it with an expression that's going to be percentage, the name of the parameter, /50. And as you can see, when we're increasing the percentage from 0 to 100, we have the hurt filling up. There is one issue though, is that here it doesn't fill up until 30 and it stopped to fill up after 70. So to solve that, we need to make our icon bigger, so we start to filling right from the bottom. So here we're going to go over to transform and we're going to increase the size of the logo to fill up completely the frame. So now as you can see, we're right at the border at the bottom and right at the border at the top. And so now if we go back to rectangle and we're adjusting here the percentage down from 0, as you can see, we're starting to filling up straight away. And even when we're at almost the maximum, we're still not fully complete here in the icon. It's only at 100% that it's fully filled. But now we want to reduce the overall size of the icon. So I'm going to select my merge to, hit shift space on my keyboard and bring another transform node. And then now we can just reduce the size of the overall logo. Then for the last step, we're going to bring some text. So here I'm going to just select a text node and bring that in and link the output of that text to the transform to. Then here in text, in the text box, we're going to use an expression to link it to our rectangle. So I'm going to right click here on the text box, select expression, and then here we're going to just write the name of the node where the parameter is. So that's going to be rectangle1, then dot, then the name of our parameter, so percentage. And as you can see, it displays the value that we have here in rectangle. So the text node is going to pull the exact value that we have right here in percentage. If that's 60, 60 will show up. Now you can add a sign after the number. So here we can go back to text, and after our expression, we can have dot dot, then space, open quotation mark, then whatever sign you want. So in our case, we can use percentage, but you can use anything you like really, and quotation mark. And as you can see, it displays 60%. But again, you could change that for any value. For example, if you want to switch that to $, you can do exactly that. Or even if you want to have a higher number, you could, for example, here switch that for $0.000 to have like $60,000 and basically entering any value you like. Right now, I'm just going to stay with percentage. I'm going to switch the font from open sun to pop-in, increase the size a little bit, and then you can just adjust the position. So here I'm just going to drag it a tiny bit to the top. Now for the animation, we're going to do something fairly simple. We're going to simply do a position and opacity animation. So I'm going to hit shift space on my keyboard and I'm going to search for transform and bring that in. And then I'm going to hit shift space again. And I'm going to search for brightness node and bring that in. Here in my brightness node, I'm going to select the alpha channel. I'm going to go to frame 10, drop a keyframe on the gain at 1, and then go down to 0 and bring the gain down to 0. Then we're going to go to frame 25 and we're going to go over to the transform. We're going to drop a keyframe on the size, and then we're going to go to frame 0 and we're going to bring the size to 0.6. Then we're going to put an animation on our percentage. So we're going to go over to rectangle, and then here we're going to just choose whatever percentage we want to be at, and we're going to go at frame 25. So here we're going to say maybe, I don't know, 75, drop a keyframe on that, then go to frame 0 and bring the percentage down to 0. And now we pretty much have our animation, which is going to smooth everything out here in the spline editor. So here in my spline, I'm just going to select show only selected tool, and I'm just going to select my rectangle, hold command on my keyboard, and then select transform. So I have only those two nodes showing up. Select both of them, click zoom to fit. Then here select all my point, hit S on my keyboard to smooth that out, then hit T to bring the ease in and ease out and increase the ease in to 85. And now here we go, we got our final animation. Just repeat the exact same process for the animation out and you're good to go. Once again, you can get the title from our free starter pack in the link in the description below. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye. Speed up your workflow and create better videos using the pack available on our website, including titles, transition, and templates built only for Davinci Resolve. Get started today by downloading our free starter pack that contains over 150 elements. Link in the description below or at videoeditorstudio.com.